GG8 is a lower body workout with three main goals. We're gonna target that VMO muscle, that lower quad muscle or teardrop muscle. We're gonna bulletproof the knees, and we're gonna fix imbalances between sides. I'm all about single leg training for longevity. So we're gonna get into this workout today and get ready. Built-in warm-up, but the final 6 minutes of this workout are pure hell. The kneeling hip hinge isolates the movement at the hip, all right? When you treat your knee like a foot, the balance and stability demands go right into the pelvis, which is what we want on this exercise. So it's a way to really clean up your mechanics. Now, I like a stick or bat to self-assist. I also like a nice thick pad to make it more comfortable on my knee and also get a little more range of motion so I can come through and get the knee lift to get the hip flexors going more. So what we're trying to do here is, and I have my hand on the small of my lower back to make sure I maintain that good positioning. I'm gonna hinge, isolating the glutes and high hamstrings, and I'm gonna try to make sure that I keep my hips and shoulders square to the ground, and I get as low as I can so the head is in line with the spine. Back knee bent at 90 degrees. Now, inhale down, exhale through, and don't just get that knee above hip level to activate the psoas, pull the toes to the shin to work those shin muscles, all right? This is such a good exercise to put into your warm-up. It allows you to level up. So when you do this movement on your feet, the mechanics will be smooth and sexy. So we've already worked the banded TKE or terminal knee extension, right? Now we're gonna apply those same mechanics to the split squat position in a couple ways. Now, first of all, let's talk setup. You wanna have this band anchored on a lower trajectory. I have it on this pull-up dip support, and I have it loaded down with heavy dumbbells to make sure it doesn't slide on me. Now, an alternative option is you can have a pair of heavier dumbbells than I have there. It's only 25s, but I'd go 50s plus and then put one in front of the other so it doesn't slide, and then you loop it there and just make sure that if you're gonna put it on a surface that doesn't have, like I've got electrical tape here so this doesn't wear on the band, the serrated handle will tear up that band. So you can put a hand towel around that before you attach the band. So that's the alternative setup on this. Now, two options on this. One, I can elevate the heel for more low quad stress and more range of motion to the hip and the knee, or I can get more ankle mobility and calf stretch by elevating the toes. So you've got options there, but we do is we hook it around the knee and get nice and set up here. And what it's forcing us to do is a couple things. One, as I get to the top, it's actually giving me something to push back against to get more low quad or VMO activation at the top of the exercise, where typically I have none. As I lower, inhale down to the nose into the belly, get as tall as you can. You can see how that band is pulling that knee forward, and while keeping the heel as flat as I can, I'm getting more ankle mobility and I'm getting more upright trunk, which means more low quad activation. Now, when I come here, this becomes the best ankle mobility exercise for your quads, all right, and your overall lower body. So I'm coming down in, and it's just, again, it's giving a horizontal driver to pull my knee more forward and get me more of a stretch. But then at the top, I have to push back against and work that quad more. So it's gonna bulletproof the knees, improve your ankle mobility, which is also, when I can't move with the ankle, that's when the knees start barking at you too. So this is truly a life-saving exercise for your lower body training. This is an awesome exercise for the lower calf and quad, the soleus and the VMO. So what we wanna do here is, I like to do these on a slant board to get a little more range of motion, but I'm trying to roll onto the balls of my feet, and I'm gonna bend the knee as much as I can. I have a little stability and support here to get my trunk more upright. You can use a wall as well, or just a power rack or dip or pole support. And again, get as upright as you can. That's gonna get more quad and more knee bend. The bend of the knee, when we do a calf raise, hits the soleus more, which starts here and then rides up under the upper calf or the gastrocnemius muscle. And that low quad is actually isometrically working as a stabilizer. So it's hard to see what's going on here. Let's get really close. And you'll see I come up all the way onto the toes, squeeze hard, get a nice big contraction, and then come down. It's a small range of motion exercise, which is why you want to go slow, squeeze the top as hard as you can, and then stretch the bottom as much as you can, and do high reps or long work periods. I like this for 90 plus seconds for best results. Yeah, it's already cooking. Single leg curl works both functions of the hamstring, hip extension, and knee flexion. Now, you can make this much harder by adding a mini band above the knees, which is gonna give you more hip flexion and hip extension stress while doing the movement through the leg. Inhale out, exhale back. If this is too tough, we can do eccentric only. Come down, slide it back, and then lift and repeat, going down slow for at least 3 to 5 seconds, or I can just do a basic single leg glute bridge to modify, but awesome floor-based glute hamstring exercises. The single leg hip hinge works your glutes and high hamstrings. It also works the whole backside of your body and improves your balance. Now, here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna show 2 setup options. One is where you put the back foot against the wall and kind of press into it. So you wanna make sure it stays there. You actually can activate the back glute a little bit more to get more hip extension, but it just gives you a little extra stability and support so I can keep my hips and shoulders square to the ground as I do this. Now, I'm gonna inhale down, going as low as I can, keeping that back flat, head in line with the spine. Exhale up. You notice I've got a slant board elevating my toes to increase the calf, ankle, and hamstring stretch. So that's a way to make it harder with the same weight. Now you can go 2 dumbbells for extra load, but I also like to go single dumbbell on this on the opposite side, contralateral of the lead or work leg. And that actually gives me, so my body doesn't have to tilt or turn. It makes this work harder to stabilize. The lateral hip has to really fight harder, so I actually feel like you get more glute out of it. Another option is you can elevate the back toe onto a box, bench, or chair, and same fashion, we're lowering down, flat back. We don't want to do this, all right? At least go to the point where, ideally head in line with spine on this. But this is a great exercise because you don't need a lot of weight to really load up and challenge that glute and hamstring, and it fixes imbalances between sides and really helps teach you how to stabilize your lower back. Now, I'm one of the idiots out there that popularized the Bulgarian split squat. Now, it's a great exercise, but I train people online. I actually have clients who send me videos of their movements and workouts, and I realized too many people are doing this exercise the wrong way. So let me give you some tips and tricks today to get the most out of this exercise. What I believe, when done properly, is the best quad builder in the business because it gives you no spinal stress and it's easier on the knees, especially when executed properly. So here we go. First of all, the height of the back foot needs to be a box where ideally it's your box squat height, where the top thigh is about parallel to the floor or the hip crease is just beneath knee crease. If it's any higher than this, what's gonna happen is as you lower down, you're gonna be yanking into your low back and you're gonna get out of position, all right? So when in doubt, go with the lower option. I'm gonna come down to the ground. And this is actually very important. If you can't get into a comfortable stretch position with the knee on the floor, it means that you're not ready to pick up weight and do the full range of motion of the exercise. So I'd recommend as a warm-up, just get down here and being able to pull the ribs and shoulders down, add some forward motion through the hip to mobilize the quads and hip flexors. 1 to 2 minutes per side can really loosen things up. Now, you notice I am elevating the heel with a slant board. You don't need to do that. But what does this do? It drives more range of motion through the hip and the knee, and it gets my quads, particularly the lower quads, very important for knee health, working harder. So I exhale up, inhale down. Once you can do 10 to 20 reps with your body weight, I like to take a single dumbbell and load it ipsilaterally. That means same side as the lead leg. Now you can go double, all right? But this does something unique. It actually activates the inner thigh and hip more, and I feel like you get more low quad stress with it too. So exhale up, inhale down. Now, you make that same weight. Why go heavier when I can go from hip level to shoulder level and make it feel 25 to 50% harder and also get my trunk more upright, which targets the quads even more, all right? And one side loading makes the obliques, the whole core situation much more intense. So this is how you set up for this exercise. It's excellent when done properly, but don't go too high in the back foot. Add in the heel elevated option to get the most out of the quads. And I like that single dumbbell option for best results. Enjoy. Here's a little method behind the madness, just so you know what was going on in my mind when I made the workout. The early stages of the workout, the beginning of the flow sets up the grand finale, those final 6 minutes of hell, those single leg stacks done back to back to back. So what we do is I exhaust the hamstrings, both functions, knee flexion, hip extension with the single leg curl, which makes, when you go to the single leg hip hinge, another glute high hamstring exercise, much harder than it would be on its own. So making you go lighter there. So I cash out the glutes and hamstrings again on those first two movements. And then the final movement, which is more of a quad exercise, because the glutes and hamstrings, which do still contribute, are completely exhausted, the quads have to do all the work. So again, lightweight feels heavy, we get extended time of retention and blood trapped into those legs, and that's muscle gain via metabolic stress. So you can gain muscle by going super heavy, that's great, but it's hard in the joints. This approach gives you more stamina, endurance, more longevity, and less pain. So get after it, you're done in 20 minutes. Make your post-workout report in the comment section below, and Gorilla Corns never skip leg day. Never! Go! Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway.
Rest.
Go. Halfway.
Rest.
Go. Halfway.
Rest.
Go. Halfway.
Perfect. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. rest.